Welcome to Onboarding for Success. This is really fun because it's near and dear to my heart. I actually really seriously believe in this. Whether or not you're a large company or a small company, it will make a huge difference in the success of this, whatever the individual is and what their job is, and the organization. So today we're going to explore some effective strategies for welcoming and integrating new team members for their long-term success. Some of the key onboarding strategies are an important part of a successful onboarding. Either in the offer letter or a separate onboarding letter, be sure to include the location of parking, things to bring to orientation, including work authorizations, as stated on the Form I-9, and setting expectations, such as start time, lunch time, end time, the paperwork that they will be completing, if the lunch will be catered, or will they have an hour off, etc., and who will they meet with. Now, we're all in human resources, and so that probably means that we've gone to work at companies that had absolutely no onboarding. We were just thrown in our office and said, go for it. Or if you're fortunate enough to have worked for a large, like Fortune 500 or Fortune 50 or even a Fortune 100, you probably had a great onboarding experience. So this won't be new in concept for you. So while HR gets the process going for orientation, we work with the supervisors to develop a structured onboarding plan. So we don't just do it and say you have to come. We put together a tour of the facility and we assign different people to do that. We have reviews after 30 days. Of course, we don't do that. The supervisor does it. We also then have a completion of the training period, which ends at around 60 days. And then another 30 days, equaling a total of 90 days, to review whether or not the employee has learned their job. So we have lots of issues in human resources with calling it probation period. So don't call it a probation period, because it's not a probation period. It is a time for supervisors to observe whether or not this employee will be successful. It should be referred to as a training period or a new hire orientation period. So on the first 30 days of an employee's onboarding process, this is where we're going to actually set the tone of their experience while at work. And I will talk to you a little bit later to make sure that when we set that tone, that it's accurate and you haven't made it appear to be something that it's not. A well-structured onboarding plan helps new hires acclimate to their role, company culture, and expectations. Here's a breakdown of what should be done in the first month. So in the first month, number one, we're going to welcome the employee with a warm introduction. And then we're going to provide a tour or a virtual setup. We can do this remotely as well. We're going to ensure that all the IT stuff and the HR paperwork, and by IT stuff, I mean they have their email, any software accounts, any access to tools. Let's talk about an HR person. They're going to need their Excel and their Word and any HRIS information. So you would pull all that together. And then introduce the company's mission, values, and culture. And assign a mentor or a buddy for support. Mentors and buddies are so helpful when it comes to onboarding. Okay, day 2 and 5. So we just talked about day 1. Day 2 and 5, we're going to conduct role-specific training. Now, HR is not going to do that. Somebody from their job is going to do that. It'll either be their supervisor or their buddy, whoever it is that knows about the job that they'll be doing. We in HR will schedule meetings with key team members for them, provide an overview of company policies and expectations, assign a small manageable task to get them engaged early, and set a check-in meeting with the manager at the end of the first week. Next, we're going to look at job training integration, and here they will be provided with hands-on job training. We'll introduce the employee to ongoing projects, encourage participation in team meetings, provide feedback and answer questions, and check in with the employee to address any challenges. And then on week 3, we're going to look at deeper engagement and performance checks. So we'll allow the employee to take on more responsibilities, provide additional training if needed, conduct a mid-month check-in to review progress, encourage collaboration with different departments, and gather feedback from the employee on their onboarding experience. Now, week 4, so here we are from the first day or on week 4. We actually will review the month's progress for the manager. We'll set short-term goals for the next few months, discuss career development opportunities, encourage networking within the company, and celebrate their first month with a small recognition. At the 60-day mark, the focus should shift from basic onboarding to deeper engagement, performance assessment, and career development. The goal is to ensure the employee is fully integrated, contributing effectively, and feeling confident in their role. Here's what should happen. There will be a performance and progress check-in. The progress on tasks and projects, strengths and challenges, any additional support or training needed, feedback. Encourage open conversation about their experience so far, and then clarify their role expectations or their job. Ensure alignment between the employee's performance and company goals. Increased responsibility and independence. So up until 60 days, they've really been in a training situation. Now we're going to change from a training situation to where they're actually doing the job. They'll be assigned more complex tasks and projects to test their skills, encourage more autonomous decision-making within their role, and provide opportunities to collaborate across teams for cross-functional learning.